Is imagine a picture or a mouth expression of an individual, maybe yours, then how do you look like when you're stressed, and make that face. And I want every one of you do it, and once you do that, you will be well connected with the activity. Make a face when you're stressed, or probably see people are stressed. What is that face? Is this how you guys look when you're stressed? Probably no. This is not how we look when we are stressed. How do you look when you're stressed?
I generally shake my legs when I'm stressed.
Okay. I could probably connect you with this picture. Is this how we look when we are stressed?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes.
Do you think someone will be with a happy face when someone is stressed?
Yes, that is possible.
That is possible?
Yes.
Okay. How many times have you done that?
A lot of times.
So you laugh when you're stressed.
Sometimes we hide that.
Yeah.
So you just want to hide that. That's the face of what you probably have taken at that moment.
Yes.
To assure that not the other persons observe it, that you're stressed. But let me connect you with what actually stress means. This is what we have known as a stress. These two first pictures. And this is how normally people look when they're stressed. But the third format of it is also called stress. But the person is absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. So these three forms are called stress forms. And the most of people, approximately 95% people, are in this situation. However, they behave like this one. And I'm sure you guys also do the same thing. When probably you are not meeting your goals, you're not able to achieve something, or probably you're trying to get somewhere, you're not able to go in there. This is what you take the feel that, oh, I am into this situation, which is called stress. How many of you know the meaning of anxiety and depression? How many of you? You know the meaning of depression and anxiety? What is that?
Anxiety is when you take a lot of stress and it stays with you and you're anxious about it. Could be some bodily indicators as well. You're sweating so much, or maybe you're fumbling a lot. You're not able to say your words correctly. You don't want to eat anything. You're like really stressed and you're feeling anxious. This is for a time being. But when we talk about depression, that is when your anxiety stays with you. When you're trying to get involved in other things, but you're not really doing that. But you want to give it a try. So even though you're trying, it's not happening. Things are not feeling same. Things which you were enjoying earlier, you don't feel the same anymore. And it stays. This is like for a longer period of situation. So when the stress and anxiety stays with you for a long period of time, it becomes depression.
Okay. Bring your focus to the screen. These are very simple examples which I have taken to make you guys understand that what stress means indeed. So the eustress form says stress is similar like when we have an exam tomorrow and a night before we are absolutely stressed. Some of us don't get the proper sleep also. Yeah. Some of may call it that, oh, I'm getting anxiety attacks. I'm getting panic. I'm in a depression because I have my exam tomorrow. But these are absolutely the wrong words or the wrong situation what you're narrating with yourself, because your situation is absolutely a stress situation, which is a stage where you might get nervous. However, you know the fact that I am gonna be fixing that situation. I'm confident about it. But yes, you will have a stage where you will be a bit stressed, but that's a good stress. This stress will give you energy. This stress will give you a motive to probably fight back. this stress will give you strength to probably be harder on the situation. What is not good for us, that is this situation, which is called de-stress. When I have studied nothing and I know that I'm going to fail for sure, and that's where I may get into the anxiety or maybe the disorder situations, because I know that I do not have any solutions to it. I will definitely fail. And that's where the negative stress comes into the picture. Many of us leave jobs saying that अरे बहुत stress था, so सोचा कि कहीं मर ना जाऊं because चिंता होती है, so let me leave the job. And that happens because we are not aware that what are the meanings of different forms of stress. And this stress, which is the good part of it, will always be with us. When we start a journey from home, we do have a stress that मेरी metro ना छूट जाए, कहीं मैं late ना हो जाऊं, मेरा token चल रहा है metro की नहीं चल रहा, मेरे को cab मिलेगी कि नहीं मिलेगी. That is also a stress, but we know that we will be able to fix it. So that is not the stress form. You are just getting yourself prepared before getting into a situation where you are well aware that I will be able to fix it. So that is not stress. So if any of you is imagining that whatever you are struggling in your life is giving you stress, it is not right. The de-stress situation will be a situation where you can't do anything. For an example, someone dies in the family. That may take me into anxiety attacks or might be some disorders, because that is something where I can't fix anything. But in the upper situations or many situations where we can fix it, we are not stressed. We are just getting prepared before we get into a situation. So we are not stressed. And if you look into this graph, which give you a very positive signs here that eustress is good for us. It is good for our body even, and good for our brain also. And these are the figures which has been taken from many surveys, wherein when you start thinking about the situation you are getting into, your performance goes on the peak. And when you're just stressed about something where you're not finding out a solution, and that's where you come into this stage, because you are not trying to find out a solution. What you are trying to do, that is that you have given up this situation, you cannot come out of it, you cannot give a solution to it, you're done with it. And then you enter into this stage where you might now get into the further clinical stages where you might be risking your health, your physical and mental both. Yeah? Now these are the couple of things which how we can convert a stressful situation into a situation which is absolutely in our favor. For an example, the same example from the previous one, wherein one who has not studied got into a stress situation which is a negative stress situation, have made a study plan. I have written here solution statement is a study plan, has now made a study plan and preparing for the next year. Or the situation could be, which we normally get to know, students commit suicide because they go into the depression side of it, where they started feeling that I can't fix it now, it's gone. However, there are solutions to it. If you make a plan and for the next year you come out of it. So that means that stress is not a stage which is fixed. It is very temporary stage. You can always come out of it. But then you as an individual need to understand that part. As much as you will let it go, it will become the worst you might not have ever imagined. These are the couple of things which Supriya will explain you one by one, that what are the positive sides of the eustress and what are the negative sides of the eustress, right? And what are the positive sides of the de-stress and what are the negative sides of the de-stress.
So we'll start with stress management. This is a quote by a very famous psychologist. Everyone knows what stress is, but no one really knows. He was the first one who coined the term stress and told what stress is. What is actual stress? What happens is, जब भी हमें कोई भी environment में चीज़ threatening या challenging लगती है, तो हमारे ब्रेन में एक हार्मोन होता है कॉर्टिसोल, वो रिलीज होता है, जिसकी वजह से हम हाई ब्रीदिंग करने लग जाते हैं, हमारा हार्ट रेट बढ़ जाता है, हमारा एड्रेनल रश बढ़ जाता है बॉडी में. जब वो बढ़ता है, हमारा फ्लाइट एंड फाइट रिस्पॉन्स एक्टिवेट हो जाता है उससे डील करने के, उसको रिस्पॉन्स करने के. इस प्रोसेस को, इस बॉडी रिएक्शन को टूवर्ड्स दैट स्ट्रेसर, उसको हम स्ट्रेस कहते हैं. इसलिए स्ट्रेस और एंजाइटी में यही डिफरेंस है. एंजाइटी इज योर रिस्पॉन्स टू स्ट्रेस, स्ट्रेस इज योर बॉडी रिएक्शन. Like sir said, there are two types of stress: distress and eustress. Distress is your bad stress, eustress is your good amount of stress, which actually increases your motivation, increases your performance levels. It is good for you. So you need to have stress in order to be feeling motivated to do your work. Examples of de-stress include financial difficulties, conflicts in relationships, excessive obligations, managing a chronic illness, or experiencing a trauma. Eustress is another form of stress that is positive and beneficial. We may feel challenged, but the sources of the stress are opportunities that are meaningful to us. Eustress helps provide us with energy and motivation to meet our responsibilities and achieve our goals. Examples of eustress include graduating from college, getting married, receiving a promotion, or changing jobs. Anybody knows why caffeine intake causes stress?
Because caffeine say, if we relate the situation, caffeine say I don't have an obligation. I am taking it because I wanted to fulfill myself. I wanted to work hard. I wanted to be awake. That's the reason I'm taking the caffeine. So everything is positive. But this may become the main reason you're getting into de-stress situation. Why so?
When you take in a lot of caffeine in your body, it increases your cortisol and decreases your serotonin. So serotonin is your happy mood hormone in the body. अगर आपका वो decrease होता है, तो आप generally ज़्यादा depressed mood में रहते हो. Increases in cortisol, which means आपका stress hormone activate हो जाएगा, तो आपका breathing बढ़ जाएगा, फिर से आपका heart rate बढ़ेगा. तो वो जो state है, that will cause stress. Managing stress. So these are the ways how you can manage your stress. Find a support system, find someone to talk to you about your feelings and experiences. इससे क्या होता है, sense of belongingness आप में बढ़ती है, तो you feel secure about your surroundings, you feel like you have people in your life you can talk to. So always have a good support system. Benefits of stress management, ये basically conclusion है सब points का. Better physical health, more energy and stamina, stable emotions, positive attitude, positive and happier mood, improves your ability to focus and concentrate, able to learn more and achieve higher.
Why is the PPT in blue?
PPT is in blue because blue is the color that relieves stress.
Peace.
Is it?
That's it.
Very good.